Welcome to Child Abuse Awareness with Darlene J. Clark.
Hello, welcome to another episode of Child Abuse Awareness with Darlene J. Clark. Be a part of the solution instead of part of the problem. We all want to bring awareness to people like this guy right here. Thank you, everyone, for coming. Please say hello. Thank you, Chris, so much for getting it known that I've got a life. Appreciate you so much. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips balance in favor of fair use. I will say a disclaimer. All defendants are presumed innocent until proven guilty. But they did find some things on him, which I will find out. Citing the possibility of additional victims or other persons with information related to sexual exploitation and or solicitation involving minors and Brady, the agency urged anyone with information to contact its criminal investigation division by emailing tips at cityofdbs.org or by calling 386-763. You can see it scrolling at the bottom of the page. It's going pretty quickly. The DBS means Daytona Beach. Try not to do. Well, you can voice your opinion, Chris. Voice your opinion. That's okay. Let's go ahead and go. I'm going to keep that scrolling at the bottom of the page. DBS stands for Daytona Beach Shores. Let's go over here to this one. The second one's what ticked me off even more so. So I'll go by the first one first. Daytona Beach Shores man accused of forcing minor into sexual acts at gunpoint. Police say. Thanks to Jane Stoughton on WFTV, Channel 9 News. Police in Daytona Beach Shores said a man is accused of a violent and lewd act with a juvenile. Officers said 78-year-old Peter Brady was arrested on charges of lewd acts with a minor, aggravated assault with a firearm, and false imprisonment. According to a report, Brady was taken into custody following allegations that he used a firearm to force a juvenile to perform sexual acts on him. Police said they performed a search on Brady's home where they seized approximately 20 firearms and 50 DVD video cassettes. Officers said the investigation is ongoing, and authorities have indicated there may be additional victims or individuals with information related to sexual exploitation involving minors and Brady. Detectives said they have received tips dating back to the 90s. Anyone with information is asked to call the Daytona Beach Shores Department of Public Safety Criminal Investigations Division at tips at cityofdbs.org or 386-763-5347. Now, the next page is what makes me angry. Said more victims possible after man holds child at gunpoint, forces sex acts in Daytona Beach Shores. Police say Peter Brady, 78, is arrested. Here is a sorry piece of crap. A 78-year-old man arrested in Daytona Beach Shores is accused of holding a child at gunpoint and forcing them to perform sex acts on him, according to police. Peter Brady was booked Wednesday following the execution of a search warrant at his house the day prior along South Atlantic Avenue, Daytona Beach Shores Public Safety said in a news release. Brady faces charges of indecent, lewd, or lascivious touching of certain minors, aggravated assault with a firearm, and false imprisonment, records show. That's not the part that makes you mad, okay? Makes you mad enough that he did all this, but Daytona Beach Shores officers worked with the Southeast Regional SWAT team at the home, seizing approximately 20 firearms and 50 DVD video cassettes, the release states. Citing the possibility of additional victims or other persons with information related to sexual exploitation and or solicitation involving minors and Brady, the agency urged anyone with information to contact its Criminal Investigation Division by emailing tips at cityofdbs.org or by calling 386-763-5347. Detectives have already received tips dating back to the 90s when Peter Brady allegedly solicited minors for sexual activity. Brady has since posted a $55,000 bond and was released Thursday evening. If they know he was a dangerous person and they know there are other people out there who he's violated, why did they let him out? Why did they give him a bond? We want to know why he was awarded a bond. All these weapons, gunpoint. Really? Knowing what a dangerous guy this was? You know what? I hope that the law changes where you're going to be accountable if he does any more crimes. With y'all letting him out, that's what needs to happen. We need to make sure they do these stiffer penalties by holding them accountable for giving them a slap on the wrist, don't we, guys? We need a new kind of law that's going to say, since you want to go ahead and you want to just give them a slap on the wrist instead of the full extent of the law, let them out on bail early or let them out of jail earlier than what's said on there. We need to hold them accountable. Yeah, that's what this supposed to be. There should be no bond, especially he had firearms. See how many firearms he had? Oh my goodness. And he raped the child at gunpoint. And I'm sure a lot of the things that he did was not recorded. You know what I mean? Just because he recorded some of the acts don't mean he recorded all the acts. How many victims are there out there? If you are a victim of this guy right here or any other person, please make sure you go get help. I don't know about trusting that judge right now, for them just letting them have bond. I don't know about that. Uh, but make sure you got other advocates along with you when you go have a case like this. I think that's going to help you have a stronger case, having other people standing beside you who went through similar. So make sure whatever happens, make sure you have a couple friends because it's out there. The numbers are so big about the victims out there, and I'm sure you got a friend or two online that say, "Well, I'd love to be there." I love to be by your side. Well, thank y'all so much, and God bless y'all. Please get the word out about this sicko. I mean, I usually don't cuss, but the minute I had seen him, I did. Hmm, I did. When I started reading on him, Lord help me. So he has posted a $55,000 bond and got out of jail. First time when I was hearing the Brady, Peter Brady, I started playing that in my mind too, the Brady Bunch before I read on about, you know, read on about this. And I get sicker and I like defile. Man, you defiled. Lewd acts with a minor, aggravated assault with a firearm, and false imprisonment. How come it's not contributing to the delinquency of a minor? How come it's not rape of a minor? How about, there's more. Like I said, he did the video recordings of him with minors. How come there's not more charges right there against this guy? You got that right. It looks like another loser that needs to go to the wood chipper island. That's right. Embrace the darkness. 100% correct. Because he's going to keep them reoffended. And so they have found cases back to the 90s. So this is 2025. Look how many years he's been victimizing these kids, which a lot of them are adults today. Thank you so much, everyone. And please pass this out and get the word out because this guy and everybody who even find out who the judges are who went and gave him a slap on the wrist. No, don't elect anybody like that back in office, please. You live in Florida? Yes. Hey, Necessary Evil, good to see you. Oh, I'm so glad you came in. Yeah, I used to live in Florida a little bit, and we vacationed a lot in at Daytona Beach. And I wouldn't doubt this guy, being a predator, even back then when I was a kid, right? Even back then in the 70s, back when I was going to Daytona Beach, go swimming at a hotel over there. Like I said, they took me around different places and sold me, so that could have been one of the places. So who knows, right? But this is a sicko. I'm not saying he for one is the one, but ah, makes me sick. Because if I was 14 last time I was in Daytona Beach, 14, 15. Let's see, 15, okay. And he is 16 years older than me. We were right at 30, right? When I was down there. With thoughts and prayers for you, Embrace. Thank you so much for coming in. And, please continue to get the word out. I tell you what, a lot of people say cut their member off, and that ain't going to do no good because even if they cannot work that, they go ahead and use other things. They use their digits. Digits are your fingers and toes. They go around and do different things too. Happy Monday, Deborah. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate it. Bryce, if you ever want to come up do a story together, I'd be glad to have you up, man. I'd like you to tell your story too. All right. Eh, Yes, exactly. They still have hands, and that's what, yeah, digits. They call that that's fingers and toes, and they use the hands. They use beer bottles. They use beer bottles. They use dolls' feet. They use dolls' hands. They use all kind of different. They don't care what it is, right? They don't care. Yeah, just keep in touch with me. I would be glad to do that. Let me know a date and time, and because people need to hear your story too. Do you, Chris? You know Chris G. He knows how to get in touch with me. You're quite welcome, Deborah. That's awesome. Well, Friday, Embrace, there's going to be a lady friend that's going to come on my channel and she's going to interview me on my story. So I would like more people to come in here. If they got any questions to ask, I'll be glad to answer them. I do worse if I just right here have to just tell my story without any questions. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Okay. I hope you are. I think you are also in one of my groups, right? Shattered Innocence group. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I would love that embrace. As long as I don't have to go ahead and show my face because, for safety reasons, I don't like showing it too much. Yeah, well, that'd be great. Just hit me up over there, okay? Tell me when it's available because I'm available just about any time. You got that right. This goes to show there's no age range because this guy right here, 78 years old, people. Oh, Charles Warner. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's awesome. Just be sure to reach out because I'm sure everybody would love to hear your story on what happened to you over there and your brother over there. Oh yeah. I had a stupid guy that tried to get with me, and he said I use a pump. I don't care if you use a pump or not. Stay away from me, right? Stay away from me, dude. I'm not interested. They'll use just about anything to steal. It don't matter the age. Well, thank y'all so much, and God bless y'all. Get the word out about this sicko, okay? Thank you so much.